Lord Krishna's miracle. After all the people and animals had stood under the covers of Govardhan Hill in a miraculous show of strength, Lord Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill with one finger to make the hill form a huge umbrella. People stopped breathing in awe. A small boy had lifted a mountain on his little finger. Everyone crowded underneath it and remained safe until the rain stopped. It poured heavily for 7 days, and Krishna stood still lifting the hill all that time. Lord Indra was amazed by the powers of Krishna and ordered the clouds to retreat. As he saw this, Krishna said, "We need not worry now. The rains have stopped. You may come out now and return home." When everyone had come out of their shelter, Lord Krishna reinstalled the mountain in its original place. Lord Indra was shocked to see this. He couldn't believe that a little boy could perform such a miracle. Lord Indra's apology. Lord Indra realized the truth of the Lord Krishna's descent on earth. He thought, "Oh, what a fool I have been. Lord Krishna is a divine being with miraculous powers. I challenged the Supreme Lord in my blind pride and jealousy." Coming down to earth, he bowed before Lord Krishna and sought forgiveness. He praised him and sang hymns in praise of his glories. The all-merciful Lord Krishna hugged Lord Indra in the most loving gesture of brotherhood. Thus Lord Krishna taught Lord Indra a lesson to hold back his pride and vanity. Indra did not believe Krishna was God and humiliated him by producing rain and storm, but by protecting all the villagers, Lord Krishna showed that he can easily control the entire universe on the tip of his little finger. From that day on, Lord Krishna came to be known as Girdhari, Girdhar and Govardhandhari, or the one who lifted Govardhan Hill or Mount Giri Govardhan. Lord Krishna meets Radha. One day Nanda, the chief of the cowherds, received an invitation from Vrishbhanu to visit his family. Nanda, along with his wife Yashoda and Lord Krishna, went to visit them. Vrishbhanu had been King Suchandra in his previous life. As a king, Vrishbhanu and his wife Kalvati had received a boon from Lord Brahma that a daughter named Radha would be born to them in another life. Radha was the incarnation of goddess Lakshmi herself. Her fair skin shone with her inner radiance. She had long black hair and beautiful door-shaped eyes. When Lord Krishna saw the gentle and sweet Radha, he felt instant affection for her. "Will you be my friend?" Lord Krishna asked charming Radha. "I was hoping you would ask me that," Radha smilingly said. Thus a deep bond of friendship and affection formed between the two children. Lord Krishna grew more attached to Radha as he became old. The gopis are jealous of Radha. As Lord Krishna grew older, he remained very close to Radha. All the gopis who gathered around him and played with him complained, "He is always talking to Radha. Why doesn't he talk to us all the time instead?" A gopi sighed and said, "I would give anything to be Radha." As much as he liked Radha, Lord Krishna was also jealous of her fair face. One day he applied color on her face as a mark of protest. Radha laughingly put color on Lord Krishna's face too. The gopis laughed with delight at this. Lord Krishna said, "You are laughing, so I must put color on you too." Thus he put color on the faces of some of the protesting yet amused gopis. Soon all the children started putting color on one another's faces. This was the initiation of the Indian festival of Holi in Vrindavan, in which people play with colors. Lord Krishna tricks the gopis. One day when the gopis were bathing in the river, Lord Krishna crept quietly up on the banks of the river and stole their clothes. He then climbed up a nearby tree and placed the heap of clothes on a high branch. The gopis had been too busy to notice Krishna, so they did not suspect anything. They prepared to come out, though they were shocked to see their clothes missing. It was only when they heard Krishna laughing that they realized what had actually happened. "Please give our clothes back, Krishna," they pleaded from inside the water. "I will return your clothes if you all fold your hands and raise them above your heads in total surrender," Krishna said. Though very reluctant and highly embarrassed, the gopis finally agreed and did as they were told. They were immediately got their clothes back. In reality, Krishna was freeing the gopis of their ego and teaching them to surrender themselves in front of the Supreme.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.